After the game, the Colorado Buffaloes against the Arizona Wildcats. That happened on November 1st, 2025. So we already know what the results are. It wasn't as what we expected, but guess what? We did see some sparks, some needed sparks from the offensive side of the ball, and I'll talk about that later. After our recap, we'll just hold on for 1 minute. To the start of the third, Colorado gave up an interception, but then guess what? The very next play, Colorado got the ball back by an interception. So I stepped away from the TV, came back. Ryan Staub was across the screen. And less than a minute later, Ryan Staub threw 30 to 40 pass that turned into an interception. Unbelievable. At that time, the fans started leaving the stadium. After that, Arizona got a TD. The score was 44-7 with 10 minutes left in the game. The commentator then made a statement that says Colorado has been outscored in the last two games, 88-7 before mid-quarter. Yep. But then guess what? We had a young man by the name of JUJU Lewis that started and made his debut around the 11-minute mark of the third quarter. Arizona was up 45-7. So officially, based off what we saw at that time, the keys have been turned over from Shedeur officially to JUJU Lewis. I'm pretty sure Coach Prime is not going to go back to K. Salter after that first half. He's definitely not going to give Ryan Staub another chance, which Ryan Staub cannot be mad. Coach Prime did give him an opportunity after that interception down the field. Woo! Now, Coach Prime had no other choice but to go to JUJU Lewis. And guess what? That young man showed some sparks in that game. On his first and second play in the game, JUJU Lewis, all the way from Carrollton, Georgia, about 9 exits from the Alabama line and probably about 200 miles from me plus. JUJU Lewis came into the game and threw a 50 to 60-yard pass to O. Miller. Yes, that O. Miller. JUJU let it go. That O. Miller showed up from the Shedeur era. Yes, that O. Miller. So, yes, I think we found something. I hope that no one poaches JUJU Lewis from Colorado Buffaloes in the offseason. Based off that little showcase that he did today, has a lot of potential, and that's why the Colorado Buffaloes went out and recruited him and brought him to Folsom Stadium. With that being said, then the score was 44-17. But on the next punt return by Arizona, they returned the ball over 40 yards. Almost got a touchdown. But they was caught about 10 yards from the end zone. And then the network got disrespectful by playing the song Good Times. That's a classic song by Cheek. CHIC. Hey, look it up. It's a very good song. So then the third quarter, 6 minutes left, the capacity of the stadium, it looked at 70 to 80% empty. But the student body was there. They was having a blast in their stands. They was taking their shirts off and they was twirling them around their head like a helicopter. Maybe those were seniors, postgraduates who knew that was their last, I'm not going to say last home game. I think it's one more home game. But, hey, they had a blast. They actually lightened up the mood that was televised. And I even felt chill in my room, just relaxing. Everything was just chill. But JUJU Lewis got out there, showed some great potential. And I know he has potential. Great arm, nice throws. Over and over, some nice throws. Of course, and then he started looking like a rookie, but at the other times it seemed like, okay, hey, it's he's gaining that experience. This is his first game, but first official game, which is part of growing pains. But he looked very good out there, JUJU. Go ahead, JUJU. JUJU from Georgia, Carrollton, Georgia. So JUJU got his feet wet. Everybody was just letting him get his rookie experience. And then with 6:32 left in the game, huge defensive player, huge number 50, got a fumble and ran it back 50-yard. Go ahead. CU kept pushing despite the scoreboard showing 52-20 at that time. Hey, I like that. I like that from the team. Even though we didn't get the win, I'm pretty sure that the speech from Ray Lewis this week did help mentally. They kept pushing, and that's all we want from as fans and supporters. No matter what the score is, even if you're up or if you're down, just keep pushing. Just show life. And we got that. I think we got that. And the game went on with no negative connotations at all. The game just went on. We just let them play. JUJU Lewis kept playing, get its feel for the game. And Hughes also made another defensive play, a very nice interception. Go in the fourth quarter. The student body that remained in the stands were a big morale boost for CU homecoming. With under 2 minutes left in the game, the score was 52-17. Overall, like I said, we saw some great sparks in offense. JUJU, he didn't finish the game. He came out in the last minute. There was something going on with his hands or his fingers. So the fourth quarterback came in the game and finished up the game. I think his name was Ponda. So Ponda, nice seeing you also. So there we go. So JUJU, welcome to Colorado. I'm glad that you got your debut out the way. And we're definitely going to continue to move forward with you. I like what we saw. Nice balls. And he did love throwing a lot to Omarion Miller. Omarion Miller was a nice target for Shedeur. Omarion Miller was a nice target for Salter. And definitely a nice target for JUJU Lewis. So here we go. JUJU has officially started his reign at Colorado. And I'm definitely hopeful that no other school comes along in off season and try to tempt him from leaving Colorado. So this is the one that hopefully Colorado this is the player, this is the quarterback that Colorado will build around moving forward if JUJU Lewis decides to stay in Colorado. So we're going to look at the next games. So the next game that we have on November the 8th is in West Virginia. That is an away game. The game after that is Arizona State. The game on November the 22nd, Colorado's last home game will be against the Arizona State Sun Devils. And the very last game of the year will be at Kansas State, another away game. And Colorado has not won one away game this year. But with JUJU Lewis being quarterback one, we may be able to pull it out these last three games against West Virginia, Arizona State, and K-State. That'll be a nice thrill around Thanksgiving. I'll definitely be watching. And that's on November the 27th. The time has not been advertised, but the game for next week is at 12. Oh, we got a midday game next Saturday at 12 noon time against West Virginia. That game is away. And the Arizona State game with Colorado on November the 22nd. The game time has not been advertised. All right, so what's my personal assessment? I think I stated in the first quarter video regarding this game. I don't know what look that Salter has in his eyes and his breathing. It always troubles me. During the first game of the season, the second game of the season, I saw that same look, like a deer in the headlights. And I saw that same, like having some type of form of anxiety in his breathing. In the beginning, I thought it was because, he hadn't adjusted or got acclimated to Colorado's elevation level. But in week 9, I ruled that out. By the fall or the summertime, his body should have been acclimated to Colorado's elevation levels, which is very, very high. I think they're a mile and a half up above sea level. But breathing like that and looking like that in a game, the 9th game of the season, was very telling. Of course, I didn't expect for the first half to go like that. I think the score was exactly 38-7 or 38-0. So there we go. But my assessment is this year is definitely this. Hey, my assessment is rebuilding. This year is just a rebuilding from the Shedeur and Travis Hunter regime. This is, I think if we would have made that assumption or just accepted that at the beginning of the season, we wouldn't, our expectations would not have been so high regarding this team. When Coach Prime told us that this team was better than last year's team, we believed it. But as we see, that was not the case. But welcome JUJU Lewis to Colorado. Shout out to the Colorado student body and the fans that was physically there at Folsom Stadium. To those that left, for those that stayed, greatly appreciate it. The young man needed it. Of course, they got to go behind the scenes. Just got to regroup. For the next 3 games, I'll be happy we win the remaining 3 games, of course. But if we get 2 out of 3, I'd be good with that. I still got my Colorado gear. It has no dust on it. I'll still be rocking my Colorado gear from here to even next year. And before I leave, let's go over the young man's stats. JUJU Lewis. Like I said, the first and second play of the game, he threw that nice ball to Marion Miller, 50 to 60 yards down the field. JUJU Lewis, in his first home debut, he completed 9 of 17 attempts. His completion rate was 52.9 for 121 yards, averaging 7.1 yards with one touchdown, 0 interceptions, and his longest pass was 59 yards. That was to Omarion Miller. And good night, subscribers.